We're still putting up a few more chairs, and our hopes are to have a chair for everyone. But just move over next to your neighbor and that other scout troop and shake their hand. Thank you.
The opening team came to that.
Well, I should say bienvenue. Bienvenue à Crestview. Welcome. I'm so happy to see so many people. It's amazing when you serve cake how many people will come out. It's really amazing. But anyway, welcome all to our special meeting, very special meeting. Because tonight we're turning the tables. We're going to focus you people at the city council meeting. All the people that really make Crestview such a wonderful place to live. I want to recognize you, and we're going to do that group by group. Now, I'll begin by apologizing. If any group I left out, it's his fault.
Double barrel.
No, I'm only kidding you. If I left anybody out, it's completely my fault. I'll take full responsibility and do a public mea culpa, but that's what I have to do. Anyway, at this time, would you silence any electronic devices you have? And Jean-Luc, are you here? Would you please announce that in French for everybody to silence their devices?
Pour nos étudiants français, si jamais vous avez des appareils électroniques comme le téléphone, vous les mettez sur off. Vous éteignez. D'accord? Merci.
Merci beaucoup. Okay. See, the word got out. These people flew all the way from France to be at this meeting tonight. We do have opportunities during these meetings for the public to speak to us. If you choose to do that, you have to fill out a little card and get it to the city clerk, who will get it to the city attorney, who will get it to the vice chairman, who will get it to me. No, really, just bring it up to me if you want. But if you choose to speak to us this evening, and I'll let you know. What I'm going to kind of do is walk you through the meeting. We have a lot of young people in the audience tonight. We have Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, Cub Scouts, student government from Crestview High School. And what we're going to do is kind of walk through the meeting so you can see what we do. Normally we have very long, boring meetings. Tonight we're going to have a short, boring meeting. I don't think it'll be boring because we can spend most of the time recognizing all of you. If you didn't pick up the agenda when you came in, it's probably too late because we only had 100 of them. That looks like we have 150 people here. I really don't know. I do want to recognize some people in the audience. I like to recognize them, but I don't have my glasses on. Oh, I do have my glasses on. I do recognize them. And that is, they're independent of the clubs, okay? We have with us the chairman of the county commissioners, Graham Fountain. Commissioner Fountain.
I have my skip over to our Destin City Council outfit on today. I normally don't wear shorts, but y'all forgive me. But hello and welcome, De La Fontaine.
Thank you, Commissioner. I need to tell you, it's a pleasure working with Chairman Fountain. We get to meet together. We meet for breakfast and lunch. Dinner.
Sometimes dinner.
Yes, it's a pleasure. It's a real pleasure. I appreciate you being here. I didn't notice if former Mayor Jerry Milligan made it in, but he's usually with us every meeting. Mayor Milligan, are you in the audience? Okay. We do have former Councilwoman Linda Parker. Linda, if you'd stand up. Linda, you are standing? Okay, maybe she left. She didn't come in earlier. Anyway. And of course, I want to introduce all of you to the mayor from Normoutier, Inez Pochet. Oh, there he is right there. And let's see, just last month, we had a special presentation. Excuse-moi. And that is we recognize the Citizen of the Year. And I told that lady then you need to come back at another big meeting, because that was a humongous meeting also. And so Ms. Claudia Dale is with us this evening, if you would stand up, and we could recognize you again. She does such a great job for this city. We really appreciate you being here this evening. Thank you.
He's running for mayor.
All right. And in the back of the room, we have from Crestview Community Television, we have Ken Nielsen. I think he's up and running back there. And from the Crestview News Bulletin, we have Caitlin Parker. And they cover the also stream live on YouTube. For the most of you not on YouTube, you wouldn't know that, so I don't know why I'm saying it, but I just want you to know we do stream on YouTube at the same time. Now, we open every meeting with an invocation, and some people say, why do you do that? Because we are a Christian country, we're based on Christian principles, and we do that. And the Supreme Court hasn't told us we can't do it, they just said we should not have elected officials doing it. So we bring in the real people, we bring in the reverends and the pastors. And so we will have an invocation by Reverend Mark Broadhead, who is from the First Presbyterian Church here in Crestview and also Laurel Hill. And Reverend Broadhead is no stranger to the city of Crestview. He's a chaplain to our police corps. He comes and gives invocations whenever we ask him to. And he does a magnificent article in the Crestview News Bulletin last week, communication. And look what happened. When you talk about communication, everybody wants to come and hear what's going on in the city council. And so we always give people the opportunity, if for some reason you don't want to participate in the invocation, feel free to step outside and then come back in when we're done the invocation. Okay? At this point, Reverend Broadhead, if you would open us up, I appreciate it. Please stand for the invocation.
Let's pray. Gracious God, you are present at all times and in all circumstances, and we're very much aware that we have been spared the ravages of Hurricane Michael. We're also very much aware that friends, family, and even total strangers were not as fortunate as us. Let us not take our good fortune for granted. Let us be instruments of healing and wholeness, using our hands and our feet and our resources to provide a beacon of light and hope in the midst of darkness. Tonight, as this meeting commences, we give thanks for those who will be recognized and whose work and efforts all around the city are being celebrated. And Lord, this time of remembering and giving thanks will have implications all around the world as it's shared with our friends from our sister city, Normuchier. So we ask that you bless our time and for your presence and love and grace. We give you thanks. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Reverend. Oh, yeah. I'm going to play, come on down. I want a brave Girl Scout to come up and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. But I have a brave Girl Scout come up to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. All right. Thank you. Now, when we're in City Hall, we have all the technology where we have these fancy little monitors, and you can see everything going on, and you sign in, and it pops up and says J.D. Whitney's here, or he's not here, whatever. We don't have that kind of technology here this evening, so what we're going to do, starting with the councilman on the furthest right, he's going to introduce himself and declare himself present for the meeting, and we'll do the 5 council members, and that'll establish our quorum for the meeting. So if you would, Councilman Fairclough, go to Fairclough behind him, present.
Councilman Cheddar Hayes, present.
Councilman Joe Blocker, President, Precinct 1.
Councilman Bill Cox, present.
Councilman Cox is Councilman Cox is also the vice president of our council. And I'm J.D. Whitman, and I think I'm president. I'm not really sure sometimes. And now, Mayor Cagle, if you would introduce yourself.
I'm David Cagle, Mayor of the City of Crestview.
City Clerk, Madam Clerk.
My name is Elizabeth Roy, and I'm City Clerk for the City of Crestview.
And our department heads, starting with our Deputy Chief of Police. Who said technology always works?
Anthony Holland, Fire Department, Fire Chief.
I'm Wayne Steele, Public Services Director.
All right, so now there will be a test right after this meeting. See if you can remember everybody's name.
Mr. Whitman, we have our growth management director in the back.
Oh, I'm sorry, you got lost down there.
Teresa Gaylor.
I'm also the only one in the building with a stacked up agenda.
Okay, good. And you're in charge of funds, too. And our city attorney, Mr. Holly. All right, so everybody knows, everybody is now. So what I do, like I said, what I'm going to do is I'll walk you through the meeting. And the first thing we do is we look at our agenda and say, this is what we planned for the meeting. Are we going to actually do that, or did we change anything? And we did. The agendas you have are correct. We had 2 items on there, and 6A had been pulled because we're undergoing some negotiations still, and we won't be doing that. So having noted that we pulled 6A, are there any objections to tonight's agenda? Seeing no objections, it is accepted under unanimous consent. We don't have to vote on that because we all know what the agenda is. No objections, we move on. Now, if there's anybody in the audience that would like to talk to us about the one item we have for tonight, which is ordinance 1668, this is the time that you would have to come up and speak to us in front of the city council. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak to us about 1668? Seeing none, we will move on. Well, okay, the ordinance 16, I'm sorry, it is ordinance 1668, that's what we pulled. We have an out-of-city utility services that we have to approve tonight. And so, if you know what it is ahead of time, you would come and speak about it. That's a good point. If you don't know, then at the end of the meeting, you have an opportunity to speak again. Okay? Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Okay, seeing no one in the audience would like to speak to us, we will move on to item 6B, out-of-city utility services on Ackland Road. And I would like Madam Clerk to please read that resolution.
Thank you, Mr. President. Resolution 1901 reads by title. A resolution by the City Council of Crestview, Florida, accepting a petition for out-of-city water service, establishing water service for property located at 2997 Ackland Drive, also known as 21-3N-23-23-000A-005B of County, Florida, allowing for written objections by citizens and, if necessary, a public hearing within 30 days from enactment of this resolution, providing for a municipal services agreement between the petitioner and city, and providing a different effective date. This is Resolution 19-01.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Now, what usually happens is Madam Clerk reads the resolution that can be kind of legalistic in nature. So then we bring somebody else up to explain what it really is. Okay? So our growth management director will now come up and explain it to us what the resolution is and give us an opportunity to answer any questions about it.
This is a change of address, a change of property owner on a existing tap on Ackland Road. The petitioner, John L. Greeley, and his wife, Ellen Greeley, are property owners of the property described in warranty deed, recorded in the Oklahoma County Public Records and Official Records Book 3370 at page 2337. And we have already had the address, it's 2997 Ackland Road. The service was petitioned on October 4th of 2018. The city of Crestview concludes that the property lies within our water service territory, and it is not contiguous, and a petition and the municipal services for annexation agreement has been signed. The water concurrency and availability are still sufficient. However, there is a 30-day period for enactment of the resolution to provide for protests to certain whether or not the hearing is necessary. Since it is simply a change of address, there is an existing cap that's already been there, and impact fees have already been paid. Is there any questions?
Gentlemen, have any questions or comments? See no questions or comments, I ask for action.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Clark.
I move to adopt resolution 19-01.
Second. I have a motion in 2 seconds to adopt resolution 1901. Do you have any further discussion? No further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. We have a gentleman here now stealing our podium. I'm telling you, right in broad daylight. Now I ask you to turn around for the rest of the program. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what we do, legislative action. We pass ordinances, pass resolutions, and we do it in a parliamentary fashion. We have the motion second, we have the vote, we have the discussion, and we want to demonstrate that and then get to why we really came here this evening, and that is to recognize all of you. And so we're going to begin with Mayor Cagle, who's going to read the proclamation for City Government Week.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. It's great to see this many people out this evening. City Government Week is an opportunity for elected officials to give the opportunity to our citizens to know what goes on with city government. Much of it is sort of foreign to everyone. It says the more that you know, the more that you can participate in it. Whereas city government is the government closest to most citizens and often has direct daily impact on its residents. And whereas city government is administered for and by its citizens and is dependent upon public commitment to and understanding of its many responsibilities. And whereas city government officials and employees share the responsibility to pass along their understanding of this level of government and the importance of volunteering in their community. And whereas the Florida League of Cities and its member cities have joined together to teach students and other citizens about municipal government through a variety of different projects, volunteer opportunities, and information. And whereas Florida Civic Government Week offers an important opportunity to convey to all the citizens of Florida that they can shape and influence government through their civic involvement and positively impact lives by civic engagement. Now therefore I, David Cagle, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of the city of Crestview, Florida, do hereby proclaim the week of October 21st through the 27th, 2018 as Florida City Government Week. And I encourage the citizens of this city to become involved in the activities of your local government, thereby enhancing the quality of life in your community.
Now we're going to go into recognition, and we kind of divided it up so several different people will recognize various groups in the audience. As your organization is called, please stand up. Please stand up, and the individual will say a couple things about your organization, and we'll recognize you and applaud, and then we'll move to the next group. So I'm going to begin with Madam Clerk. You have the first one.
Thank you, Mr. President. First group that I have is the Crestview Women's Club. I know Charlotte did.
Mary Jo Thomas and I, Charlene Cox, are representing the GFWC Women's Club of Crestview. We are 100 years old last year. We received the great big blue centennial sign, which we are very proud of. We are a philanthropic organization. We do strictly charity work. We do a lot of things around town, supporting a lot of organizations that need help. And we are open to the public for any woman, any age, to come and join us. We meet once a month, and we have a great, I'll tell you again, I'm Charlene Cox and Mary Jo Thomas from the Women's Club of Crestview, and we are very happy to have a good organization here to help everyone in town. We help a lot of the charities, and all women of all ages from 18 and above are welcome to join us. We meet the second Tuesday of every month, and we have a Sunday dinner. I'm gonna get a plug in for that on the second Sunday of every month for $10.
All right, the second group on my list is the Crestview Rotary Club.
I'm accustomed as I am to public speaking. That's a joke. The four of us here represent the Crestview Rotary Club, and I have to tell you that there's 43 more of us. We now have 47 members, and our motto is service above self, and that is what we strive to do in every area that we participate in the local community, in our district, and in Rotary International. Rotary International is the Polio Plus is the most famous one, where we have helped to contribute to the total elimination of polio around the world. There's only 17 cases left, and we're determined to get rid of those. And on our local level, we do many things for many people, and a little bit too long to mention now, but our president, Deb, she speaks a foreign language, so it was difficult. English. So many people have trouble understanding it, and I wasn't prepared to do this. We are very active in the community, and we love our community, and I do especially, and so consequently, we are very proud to be here, and thank you very much for the recognition.
There's a method to my madness and my introductions because the next three groups I'm actually a member of, so I'm going to stand up with you. So the first one is the Elks Lodge of Crestview. I know Steve and Mary here.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Steve Miner, and this is my wife, Mary Ann Miner, and we are trustees of Crestview Lodge 2624 of the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks. The Elks is a fraternal organization, and we are very dedicated to the service to the community, especially our youth and our veterans. Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Michael Williams. I'm the president of the Kresge Kiwanis. Our main focus is our membership decide on what project we do for the community. Right now, our biggest project is the McMahon Environmental Center, which is ongoing at this particular time. But also, our primary focus is on children, all children. And the membership is open to anyone that is interested in children and working throughout the community.
Last but not least on my group is Main Street Crestview.
Good evening, my name is Paul Lowry. I'm the president of the Main Street Crestview Association. This is our executive director, Sandra Wilson, vice president, Mike Carroll. Dave Wheeler is one of our members as well, our board members. Weird Folks is bringing you the Christmas Parade, Fall Festival, the Strawberry Festival, and working on trying to bring more events to you, pocket events that'll happen throughout the year. We just had an Oktoberfest this past Saturday. Fall Festival is coming up this next Saturday. Mike, along with Rotary, are doing the Haydale competition that's going to be displayed up and down Main Street. You can find out everything about us and what we do on our website. It's downtowncrestview.org. And you're here to thank us for what we do. We'd like to thank the city as well. We couldn't do what we do without all your support. Thank you.
Concludes my list, Mr. President.
Councilman Hayes, you're next.
Thank you, Mr. President. I selected 3 organizations or 4 organizations to present to our city. The first one being a part of one of which I was a part of a few years ago when I obtained the rank of Star Scout, and I also went to Sea Explorers when I was in Detroit. Since they didn't have a scout there, I joined the Sea Scouts up there. But the organizations that I'm going to present is one of America's nation's largest and permanent value-based youth development organization in America. They provide programs for young people that build character, and that's definitely what we need in America. I would like to stand as I read these, also in recognition. And the first participating scout unit I have for BSA, Boy Scouts of America, is Troop 773. If you would stand, wave your hand, give them a shout out or whatever. All right. Next we have Troop 532. 532. All right, 532. Troop 30. Troop 30. Over here, Troop 30. Now we come down to a little bit younger age. Pack 532. Pack 532. Next we have Pack 799. 799. Next we go on to the most illustrious, beautiful department of the Scouts, and that is the Girl Scouts. So first we have Troop 738 of the Girl Scouts. Will you please stand? Next we have Troop 2014. 2014. Next we have Troop 742. 742. Next we have Troop 1318. 1318. Now, one thing you might have noticed or didn't notice, and I noticed nobody didn't say anything, but when I was calling out these numbers, somebody was to say bingo. But since they didn't, are there any other troops that I might not have on the list? Stand and tell us who you are, please, if there's anyone I missed. If you tell us what,
We're 2686. We're 2886.
all right, bingo. Okay, next we have, and I noticed but wasn't prepared for it, but I'm very flexible, that as the people were calling out other people, they were letting them speak. So I'm not going to be divisive or different. And if I call out your organization, one of you stand up and wave your hand, that's who's going to speak. If none of you wave your hand, then all of you speak. Okay, first we have the concerned citizens. Anyone here to speak on the concerned citizens? Yes, ma'am. You want to stand and tell us about the concerned citizens?
Good afternoon.
They're going to give you the mic.
Oh. I'm on camera. My name's Juanita Mims. I'm with the Concerned Citizens of Crestview. We feed the community every other Tuesday on Booker Street. Wednesdays Thursdays and Saturdays, we have a clothes department. You can come in and browse around. You might find something. We have shoes, you know, just things of baby clothes, stuff like that. But we go out. We have 3 people that go out for the homebound. The people can't get out, and we take their meals to them. And I'm one of the drivers. And we just do what we can to help each other. And I know a lot of people, you know, ain't as fortunate as us, because, I'm sorry, I had a friend that lost everything in the hurricane. And so we just gotta pray for one another and help each other, because we were truly blessed, because it turned, because it could have been us. Thank you.
Next, we have the Carver Hill Memorial and Historical Society, which is their president, 150 members. And we have the president, I know who's going to speak, Mr. David Wheeler, representing the Carver Hill Memorial and Historical Society. Any members here of that, please stand with me.
As Councilman Hayes says, my name is David Wheeler. I'm the president, second term president of the society, Carver Hill Memorial Historical Society. Historically, we've been in being since 1969, so we're coming up on 50 years of running a foundation to support the Carver Hill Museum, which is an outgrowth of the Carver Hill School that closed in 1966, which was the only Afro-American high school in Okaloosa County at the time. We do multiple events throughout the year, historically wise. We do an MLK program every year. We do a history program every year, culture program, and we do something called the May Day program here. I guess the strong point about the May Day is our fellowship program that we do on Friday night before that May Day weekend. So that's basically what we do. 150 folks strong right now. But the 150 folks are from all over the United States, where our folks have migrated to, looking for jobs and opportunity elsewhere. But locally, I think we probably got about 35, 40 folks that keep us going for the year. You know, and you know how organizations are. Very few people are the ones that do the majority of the work, basically, in any organization. And so that's what these people do. They represent an awful lot of hard work, a lot of dedication to making an organization that has about 150-something folks run like those 150-something folks are here today. So thank you very much for the opportunity.
Organization I have, which they aren't aware of it, but they're here, and our president's here, and I'm a member of that also, about something that my mother started numerous years ago, and we have Miss Angelina Patterson and the Finley Thrifterettes. If they'll stand, and our president will give you words of what we do.
I am Angelina Patterson, the president of the Friendly Thrifterette Charity Club. And we have been around for 53 years, and we're about faith, love, hope, and charity. And it began, like Mr. Hayes said, it began at his mother's home one day. She was a beautician, and she decided to do something to help the community. And that's what we do. We do fundraisers to try to help people, whether it be to pay their rent, pay their bill, whatever. And for funerals, we help with our funerals, which we have been doing that a lot, and we almost broke. We got to do some fundraisers to raise some money. So when we sell dinners, please buy one. And you know, just keeping it real, because you know we got to keep it going. And we give a Christmas banquet every year, and this year it is December the 9th. And we are selling tickets. Ms. Dell has some tickets for sale. If anybody wants to buy a ticket, please buy one and support us at our charity banquet. Thank y'all. I think that's enough. It's December the 9th this year. And we do that every year. It's always the second Saturday in December. Yeah. And we we cook, but we mostly sell dinners, and we cook for people that need us to cook for them. We do charity work. And if somebody needs something done, we tell that person, if you want to do a fundraiser to raise it, come help, and we'll help you. And we have raised thousands to help people. Praise the Lord, but we don't have any thousands in our funds now.
I'm going to put you on the campaign. You raise some money.
Thank you, Mr. President.
That's all you had, Mr. Hayes? Thank you. Let me check my list here.
We have food ready tonight, but I'll come.
Do we have any, you do think sometimes as you go along you learn, and I like the combination. I had written these things down, and I'll say this about the club, but I'd rather have the people speak. That's great, so I'll give everybody the opportunity if they want to do that. Do we have any representatives from the Crestview Lions Club? Anybody from the Crestview Lions Club here? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what they do anyway. and they, what's neat about the Lions Club is they really were kind of non-existent a few years ago. They've come back. They started with 4 or 5 members. They built up to 15 to 20 members now. And what they do is they empower volunteers to serve their communities, meet humanitarian needs, encourage peace, and promote international understanding. And one of the big programs they have is to take care of people's vision. If you have any old glasses, outdated glasses, or whatever, you turn them into the Lions Club, and then we'll get them recycled and out to people that need it. So a big hand for the Lions Club that couldn't make it tonight. Okay, one of my pet projects, Crestview High School Student Government. Please stand. Would any of you like to speak instead of listening to me? Anybody? There we go. Right there. Tell us what you do.
Is this on? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Amon, could you raise your hand? This is our parliamentarian. Alex, could you raise your hand? This is our vice president, and I am our treasurer. I'm not president yet. But anyways, Crestview High School Student Government, we have different types of people, like of all grades, to practice leadership and exceed. We, trying to think, I'm really nervous, I'm really sorry again. But we just help serve our community and try to better Crestview High School. That's what we do. Thank you.
And by the way, this time of year, the resources are really tied up. The homecoming parade, you all went through a fantastic affair. They're the ones that had that up. So thank you for that. Do we have anybody here from the Crestview Chamber of Commerce? I know we do, someplace out there. Ryan, where are you? Would you like to speak?
Good evening, I'm Ryan Price from Crestview Chamber of Commerce. Chamber of Commerce is an organization that is dedicated to the betterment and support of the Crestview area, a great place to work, to live, and of course to do business. We are open to every single one of you, kids, I'd like to direct a little bit more, but especially the leaders, I want you to come out. We meet the first Thursday of every month at the Community Center here in Crestview for breakfast. I am actually the chairman of the Military Affairs Committee. We are here not only for businesses, but for the nonprofits and for individuals. Right? Right. So please come on out and join us. Thank you.
Do we have anybody here from Special Olympics? Special Olympics, anybody in the audience? I'm looking for Pam Sparks. I don't see her out there. So let me tell you about Special Olympics because I have an association with them in Hillsborough County. I was a chaperone for the Special Olympics project, so I'm familiar with what they do. And their goal is to provide year-round sports training and competition in a variety of Olympic-type sports for people with intellectual disabilities who wish to participate, giving them continuing opportunities to develop physical fitness, demonstrate courage, experience joy, and participate in the sharing of gifts, skills, and friendship with their families, other Special Olympic athletes, and the community. And they do a great job in Okaloosa County. Some of our participants have come back with medals. And so a good round of applause for the Special Olympics. The North Okaloosa Amateur Radio Club. I know you all are here. I can hear you.
I'm Steve Strong, better known on the air as N4GXX. I'm the vice president of the North Oklahoma Amateur Radio Club, referred to as NOAR. We've been in existence for about 40 years, and we provide communications for Main Street people. There you are. You don't see us out there, but you do see us. We're the ones that are walking up and down the street, setting people up for the parades and stuff like that. We try to keep a low profile. We also do emergency communications. Just for Hurricane Michael, the amateur radio community here in Okaloosa County put in 880 hours, man hours, in support of the emergency operations at the shelters up here at Crestview and at the Raider Arena and the EOC. Currently, our brethren to the east, they're still working hard because telephone service and normal comms are not up and running. I understand the Dade County 911 center is still down. So they got people stationed around helping there. We meet twice a month at Live Oak Baptist Church. Our business meeting is on the second Thursday of the month at 7 p.m. And our technical night, that's where we normally talk about tech subject, trying to further the art of radio and electronics education. That's on the fourth Thursday of the month. Again, 7 p.m. at the Live Oak Baptist Church. If you want to find out more about us or are interested, come out and say hi. We do not bite. One last thing, if you go to the web, w4aaz.org. That's where our web page is at. Thanks.
Any representatives from Relay for Life? No, yeah, there we are. I saw many.
Hello everyone, I'm Megan Batterstocks. I am the event lead for the 2009 Relay for Life of Crestview. This is Melanie Ralph, a representation of the American Cancer Society. Relay for Life is the American Cancer Society's largest fundraising effort. There are Relay for Life events all across the nation and all across the world. Our event has been going for many years now, and our event for this year is going to be April 26, 2019 at Crestview High School. We're very glad to have it there again. Our kickoff is next Monday, the 29th, at the high school in the cafeteria from 6 to 7, if anybody would like to come and learn more about our event. We have a committee meeting every month. Our next one is on November 5th. And again, we would just really love to see you guys out there. It's open to all businesses, all individuals, any participants who want to come out. We honor survivors, caregivers, anyone who's been touched by cancer. So it's a really inclusive event. We'd love to see everybody out there. If you'd like any questions, if you have any questions or need any information, please direct it to our Facebook page, Relay for Life of Crestview, and all inquiries come to me. Thank you.
Is cash in the house? I'm not really asking if anybody has any cash. Do we have the Crestview area for sheltering the homeless? Nobody from cash in the house? Well, let me tell you about cash. The Crestview area for sheltering the homeless is an organization dedicated to serving those in need by providing food, clothes, showers, laundry services, job assistance, referrals, and much more. The lady that heads that up, Ann Sprague, sometimes call her St. Anne because she is just truly a giving person. She has people to help her out, but she's out there all the time. When our homeless need help, she's always there. So I'd like you all to give a round of applause to Cash. Do we have anybody from the Knights of Columbus out there? Knights of Columbus. I guess it was a good night for them. That was bad. I'm sorry. Anyway, they are a charitable they are a Christian-based charitable organization that supports Christian Refugee Relief Fund, Disaster Relief, Ultrasound Initiative, and Coach for Kids. So I guess they couldn't make it here tonight. And we'll move on to Senior Circle. Anybody here from the Senior Circle organization? Senior Circle is a program for individuals age 50 and above, which means they'll be eligible real soon. Hey, wait a minute. Okay, it's for individuals age 50 or better who are interested in pursuing an active lifestyle, learning about health and wellness, and meeting others. They meet once a month, and you can go to North Okaloosa Medical Center to get more information. Now, I know we have somebody here from the Masonic Lodge because I saw Malcolm in the audience. Give that microphone to Malcolm. He'll never turn down a microphone.
I've never turned down a microphone. Good evening. Good evening. My name is Malcolm Nathaniel. I am the District Deputy Grand Master for District 3 for the Prince Hall, Mason, Florida. Most worshipful Union Grand Lodge. We do have in this area, the lodge that I belong to, J.R.L. Conyers Lodge, is a historic lodge here in Crestview. And we're celebrating our 114th year since our charter in this area. We are comprised of, in this area, we do have 6 organizations that operate for the Masonic family. And for most of you that know, I know the Thrifty-ettes has adopted the Faith, Hope, and Charity motto. That is the original motto of our lodge, of our fraternity. We are active in this area. We do charitable work. We are a charitable organization. A lot of people think we do secret things and run around doing crazy things, but we don't. We don't do that. We have several of our Masonic family in the house this evening. If they will please stand. Stand. We have the Order of the Eastern Star, the Holy Royal Archmason. We have the Knights Templar. We also have the Royal Select Master in this area. We also have a shrine component to our organization. We also have a youth organization, which is the Knights of Pythagoras. The Knights of Pythagoras is a youth organization for boys from 5-year-old to 18-year-old. We do have that organization with us. And one of the notable things this organization does within this city, we have the Starlights also, it's for girls that same age. We try to teach those children respect for parents, try to teach them skills as far as life skills, as far as managing money, those type of things. We do that for our children. But the most notable thing we do in Kresge, some of you may have taken advantage of it, but every July, we have a No Child Without Health Care Fair, where we provide free physical, free health care to children. Charlene Cox is part of that organization. Stand, would you please stand, Charlene? There's one notable thing, and it does my heart good. I didn't mean to speak all evening, but one thing that does my heart good, the person that was instrumental in getting this component, the thing that we do for our No Child Without Health Care, is here this evening. The efforts of Dr. Joseph Peter and Dr. Michael Newland with our past master, Jerome, most people call him Jerry, but Jerry Lewis. This was their vision to establish the And as I said, this health fair is held every July at Crestview High School, free of charge. Anybody can take advantage of it. All we have to do is show up. And I thank you.
Thank you, Malcolm. Anybody here from the American Legion Post 75? American Legion Post 75 going once. Seeing no one, we'll move on to American Legion Post 395. I know someone's there from that post.
Yeah, that's me again.
My name is Fletcher Williams, as you all know. I am the past state commander for the Florida American Legion in 2011-2012. American Legion is a wartime organization that supports the veterans, their family, and their youth. Our biggest accomplishment for 395 was 3 years ago. We had a young man that went to the Board State program in Tallahassee. And that was the first time that an individual from this area had won the 2+2 scholarship. They get 2 years at Tallahassee Community College, and they finish up with 2 years at Florida State University free of charge. And the problem that we have is getting youth who want to participate. You know, you're giving away something free and they don't want to participate. But we are here to work in the community. Thank you.
Anybody here from the MVets Post 35?
I'm here, but I have nothing to say. I'm here, but I have nothing to say.
You're here, you have nothing. Okay.
They are represented, however.
Okay. How about VFW Post 5450? VFW Post 5050. I know this young lady's here, the Habitat for Humanity of Okaloosa County. Nancy, would you like the microphone? Need I ask?
No, I do. My name is Mitzi Bennett. I am the Director of Habitat for Humanity. We are getting ready to dedicate and hand the keys over to house number 61 on Lindbergh. It'll be on Friday afternoon. Mom and 3 children will be in the house. We built a 4-bedroom house thanks to a lot of you that actually were out there. We're gonna kick off the next house. We're opening applications in about a month. So I'll have the applications all throughout the city.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you so much. Commissioner, is there something I said? Is anybody here from CERT by any chance? CERT, the County Emergency Response Team? If you would like to speak, we certainly would welcome that.
My name is Ron Bird. I'm here with the North Okaloosa Community Emergency Response Team. Got my partner in crime in the back corner, Terry Waters. He's one of our instructors for our classes. The Community Emergency Response Team is a FEMA organization that here in Crestview is proudly sponsored by the Crestview Fire Department underneath the direction of Chief Hall in there. So we thank those guys for their sponsorship of our group. We really appreciate it. We do community service here in Crestview and all through Okaloosa County, but we also do mass casualty and disaster response pretty much anywhere that we are called for. Of course, we've been very busy down in Bay County, in Gulf County, and those counties the past couple of weeks. I just got back a couple nights ago from there. Our meeting is the 4th Monday of every month at 7 p.m. at Crestview Fire Station 1, just behind the City Hall. And we'd invite anyone to come out. We definitely appreciate anyone who'd like to help. Thanks.
Thank you. Before I go to the last one, is there any organization or club that I may have missed that's present tonight that would like the microphone? Seeing none, I'm going to go to the last one. And that is a very special program tonight because in addition to City Government Week, this is our foreign exchange program where we have our sister cities a couple of weeks. And so our sister city program, we have visitors here and we have the president of Sister City. And I'm going to let Brian have the microphone. He can be much more eloquent than I can.
Bonjour, y'all. As Mr. Whitney said, we are the Crestview Area Sister City program. We have about, I believe, 45 members, except we really have the entire county because absolutely everybody in the whole community is part of the Sister City program, and that's not just Crestview, but also Niceville, Fort Walton Beach, and throughout the whole area. We are under Sister Cities International, which was founded by President Dwight Eisenhower in 1956, who had realized that they had just had a world war, and that meant that the diplomats who were professionals kind of fell down on the job, and he figured, well, maybe the citizens got together and just went person to person, things would be a lot better, and by George, he was right. So we are very excited to partner with the wonderful community of Noirmoutier, which is an island off the west coast of France, and we exchange with them. We go over there, and they come over here, and they are here. We have a 37-member delegation that just arrived Friday night, and that includes 21 students who are partnered with host brothers and sisters at Crestview High School. Whenever we do our exchanges, nobody stays in a hotel. You always stay with the family, and consequently, you are immersed in the local culture. The big thing is you don't have to speak French, and I am living proof of that. Because I know about 3 words. I can ask you where the toilet is, but I can't understand what you tell me. So we're very excited to have our guests here today. We are the only sister city program between Pensacola and Tallahassee. We are open to everyone, and on those occasions when we're not visiting our friends in France or not welcoming them here, we have social activities throughout the year. Anybody can join us. We have special student dues rates, so students can join us. And we would just love to talk to you. By the way, to our scouts, for those of you who need to fulfill merit badges on international cultures, we would love the opportunity to partner with you and teach you about Noirmoutier and help you get that merit badge. So thank you very much. All the week.
Okay, that's going to close the recognition part, almost. So we're going to call on Mayor Cato now to read the proclamation for the Sister City program.
Gentlemen, wouldn't it be nice if all of our meetings were this pleasant? It's usually not when there's many people here. But I was just thinking of all these different organizations that were mentioned here tonight. This is such a wonderful idea. I should not have been surprised in the last 2 weeks on how this city mobilized to help our friends to the east of us. As that devastation and horror settled in, as we saw scenes on the TV we just couldn't quite fathom. And people were immediately, within 2 days, there were supplies going to Panama City and to other cities, and some of the cities between here and Panama City have been forgotten. And we've already stationed some of our police officers in the little town of Alpha to help them out. We've had some things going over to Mariana and that area too. Have been requested by the state. So I do appreciate each of these organizations that have been mentioned tonight. And just let me thank each one of you for the heart that you gave to our friends and relatives in Panama City area, other areas for it. You know, we can go home this evening in comfort. And they're looking at months and years of rebuilding. Whether it'll ever be what it was, I'm not sure about that. But we will keep them in our prayers. During my time as mayor, I've got to meet a lot of different people. And one of the most pleasant things is getting to know these ladies and gentlemen over here. I've got to host them, I forget how many times, in 12, they come every other year. And it was so nice on Saturday. We had a barbecue over here at the Northwest Florida State College Bob Sykes Center. And to see faces that I had seen many times before. It was just old friends. We don't understand each other, but we can smile at one another and from the heart. So now the formal part is the proclamation. Whereas Sister Cities International is a nonprofit citizen diplomacy network that creates and strengthens partnerships between communities in the United States and those in other countries, particularly through the establishment of sister cities. And whereas more than 2,000 cities, states, and counties are partnered in over 140 countries around the world, and the organization strives to build global cooperation at the municipal level, promote cultural understanding, and stimulate economic development. And whereas the city of Crestview is celebrating more than 2 decades of our partnership with the great city of Normandier, France, and our association together has served to promote opportunities for cultural exchange and friendship between our 2 cities. And where during those 2 decades, the world around us has witnessed much turmoil, warfare, and terrorism. But one abiding constant has been the respect and admiration we have for each other. And whereas each community has developed programs as part of the cultural exchange to celebrate and deepen the bonds of friendship, including periodic visits by government officials, citizens, and students. And whereas the city of Crestview wishes to convey to Normandier its commitment to the sister city relationship and reaffirm and expand its friendship with the people of Normandier. Now therefore, I, David Cadle, by virtue of the authority vested in me as the mayor of the city of Crestview, Florida, do hereby convey this message of mutual respect and to wish continued health and prosperity to the citizens of Normandier, France. Welcome to our city. If Mayor Fauché would, please. Try to do an exchange of gifts. On Saturday, I was telling you that we had a barbecue right at this very spot, you know, a little while far, not very far away, in front of the Bob Sykes Center of Northwest Florida State College. The last time our visitors from France were here, we dedicated a garden. Tell me if I pronounce this right. La Jardin de Normandier. Okay, I got that pretty close. That's right here where we had the barbecue. We ate right in front of that on Saturday. So we wish to present this campus photo of this to the citizens of Normandier, and thank you for being with us once again. And we will see.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you. My name is Noël Fauché. I'm the mayor of the famous pretty town on the West Atlantic coast. You know Noirmoutier? I would like to tell you thank you for welcoming us to Crestview. I'm delighted to see the enthusiasm of everybody to show everybody, to provide overview of American dream to our young French people. So, my English being so bad, and my mother told me, never speak English because nobody understands you. So, the translation by Mr. Poignard, a professor of English of the Public Middle College of Noirmoutier named Molière, not him. The Public Middle College, the Public Middle School. Donc je vais continuer en français. It's better for me and it's better for you. Je suis vraiment très heureux, Monsieur le maire, l'ensemble des membres du conseil municipal, de cette occasion qui nous est donnée ici de renforcer nos liens.
I am deeply and honestly and sincerely happy to be here tonight with you people from Crestview and the City Council, and to tell you that we're very happy to be here with you.
Depuis 25 ans, des hommes et des femmes de part et d'autre de l'Atlantique, que ce soit à Noirmoutier ou ici, se sont évertués à tisser des liens étroits entre nos deux communautés.
It It has now been 25 years and even a little more since a lot of people on both sides of the Atlantic Ocean have made their utmost to make this friendship become a real thing.
Mais il est vraiment important que nous puissions formaliser et officialiser cet échange et ce partage entre nos deux cultures, entre nos deux cités.
But what is really important as well is that this friendship becomes an official thing tonight, and to say how things can become even more important.
I've lost it.
Hi, Melon. Je sais plus ce que je voulais dire maintenant, moi. C'est bien, tu m'as perdu. Je voulais simplement dire que il est important que les pays puissent s'entendre à travers la diplomatie.
Yes, what is very important is that diplomacy becomes the thing for us. And I would just like to add something that comes back to my mind. It's about our youngsters, and it's the sharing of culture and the experience of humanity between our two people.
Mais cette diplomatie est construite sur la raison.
But we need a lot of reason to build this diplomacy.
Nos échanges sont construits sur le cœur.
Our exchanges are based on our hearts.
C'est beaucoup plus important.
That's the most important thing.
It works.
Et ces échanges qui se sont construits depuis un certain nombre d'années permettent à de nombreux jeunes Français
These exchanges have allowed our French people, our young French citizens, to come here and discover your country and discover your culture.
Et je voulais... Ils sont là, non?
Yes, some of them. Can you stand up? Come on, kid.
Je voulais vous les présenter, les jeunes qui sont présents ici ce soir, les Noirs au train. Ah oui, il y en a qu'une. Parce que ces 21 jeunes ont travaillé dur pour venir jusqu'à vous depuis 2 ans. Ils ont multiplié les manifestations, ils ont construit beaucoup pour payer leur voyage et venir jusqu'ici.
This is Maxine. Maxine is from Noirmoutier. She was one of my former students, and she's a member of the 21 students who came here. And they had to work a lot for 2 years because they had to provide a lot of activities and projects to find some funds.
Et à travers ce qu'ils savent montrer, c'est aussi le rêve américain qu'ils veulent vivre.
Yes, I suppose I don't even have to translate this sentence, because you understood that part of their dream was the American dream, to come and check what they had seen for so many years on television, in their books and their songs, and just to live through the relationship with you, what they had been thinking of before.
Et donc il est important que nous puissions continuer longtemps à tisser des liens d'amitié, d'affection, de respect mutuel et de partage entre nos deux cités et entre nos deux cultures.
So now what has become very important that we can live this friendship and make it live longer and longer, and that is not only sharing but projecting in the future.
Donc merci de l'honneur que vous nous faites, Monsieur le maire, Monsieur le Président, Mesdames et Messieurs les membres du Conseil municipal, de nous permettre de nous exprimer ici ce soir. Vous êtes les bienvenus et nous vous attendons sur l'île de Noirmoutier. Nos bras sont puissants, notre cœur est gros, et donc nous pourrons vous accueillir avec tout le respect et tout l'honneur que vous méritez.
We are very happy, and especially for the honor that you have us with you tonight, to tell you how much we care for you, and that with our arms, which are strong, and our hearts, which are really deep, we could have you come to Noirmoutier, because we are ready to welcome you very warmly.
Longue vie à l'amitié entre Noirmoutier et Crestview.
Long live the friendship between Noirmoutier and your city, Crestview.
Monsieur le maire.
Je souhaite vous offrir au nom du conseil municipal de Noirmoutier
I wish to offer you, in the name of the City Council of Noirmoutier,
et au nom du comité de jumelage de Noirmoutier cette réalisation qui a été faite par de jeunes artisans de Noirmoutier.
we wish to offer you this piece of work, this piece of art that was made by young citizens of Noirmoutier, young craftsmen from Noirmoutier.
C'est une balise qui vous indiquera toujours la voie pour venir jusqu'à nous.
This is a sea buoy that can lead you to Noirmoutier, showing you the way.
Vous avez la latitude où nous sommes situés.
And you also have the global situation written on the back of on the side of the picture.
Thank you so much. One of my favorite items in my office is an ironwork piece. It's a key to the city, Noirmoutier, the most creative and original looking key to a city that I've ever seen. And it hangs there proudly. And I don't think they're going to let me take it with me when I retire. But it'll be hard to leave it behind. Thank you so much, Mayor Kresge.
Now, before we close, anybody in the audience that would like to address the city council? Anybody in the audience would like to address the city council? Y'all waiting for Kate, right? I can tell. Okay, seeing no one, I declare this meeting closed. Stick around for the open house. All around the side, you'll have the elected officials, department heads, as well as the cake.
We've been trying real hard to talking to the sticks potentially. Oh no, also has a your own time. Hi, Mom. Excuse me. Hello. I was the second guy.
Love you, Mom.
Do I look like a community center?
Tom's going to take a picture of this. I can.
Let drug out a little bit.